Hey guys, I'm not going to say who I am. You should know who I am by now, okay? Can you not tell them? Hey guys, I am in 9 Gallery, beautiful gallery with a beautiful person, Brian Travers, UB40 saxophone player.
Saxophonist.
I can't say that word.
You can go on.
Saxophonist.
Yeah, that's it.
Check me out. Brian, it's a pleasure to be here and chill with you.
I've been following you on the internet and looking at the stuff you've been doing.
Cool.
Stuff.
Cool. I love all the stuff you do. First of all, being a saxophonist, told you it was hard. How did you get into, when did you know that you wanted to be a sax? Did you know from you was young? Did you have an influence?
Well, all the guys in the band, we all grew up together in Borsaley.
Okay.
Most of us went to school with each other. And we just wanted to be in a band. Kid who was a singer in the band, Alex, he always said he thought he was the Michael Jackson of Borsaley.
I like it.
And he used to sing when he was 13 or 14, he wasn't shy. So when 1975, we come to live school, it was just like that, no work, nothing, industrial disputes, Tory government again, taking all the money off the poor people. And we thought we'd have more chance having a hit record than getting a job. Then we used to watch cars going past on the Moser Road and me and Anne's working and go, we're never going to have one. We never had one, because there was no jobs.
Yeah.
And it was easier, the idea of having a hit record was more feasible than getting a regular job.
Did that kind of, having the idea of having a record rather than getting a job because it was more feasible, as you say, did that kind of give you vision as well, kind of empowered you sometimes?
Absolutely.
It must have been so hard, in that kind of era, no money, no job.
Yeah, but when you got nothing, anything you do for yourself, you feel some progress in it. Even if it's just writing a lyric, writing a song, or learning to play a scale on a saxophone, you feel like you're moving forwards. You've started moving again. You're not stuck. And so it was very empowering. And we were all mates anyway. So we all told each other we were great. We practiced doing autographs before we'd know playing instruments.
Yeah, I love it.
Because we wanted to be a band. And in them days, you could really sell a lot of records. You had a #1 record in the charts, you do $250,000 a week, 500,000 records a week. People are lucky if they do that with an album now. And there's only a few of them doing that,
Wow.
It's a beautiful business, it doesn't hurt anybody. I was just talking with the guys over there, so, no one has to buy a record or buy a ticket for a gig. They don't have to come and see you. And if they do come and see you, they don't have to clap, they don't have to like it. But when they do, that's a piece of soul. It's led by freedom of choice. And it's you, the musician, having a conversation with strangers who you don't know. Like all art, really. Asking them, what do you think of this? And you're just making a noise you hope they like. And that's a nice communication. I mean, we all love music. Our favourite musicians, we love them, don't we? Because they give us something.
Yeah. I love UB40. No, seriously. Don't mean to cut you. When I was a kid, when I was a kid in Acox Green, you're familiar with Acox Green? I used to play at the front with my mum, and they always used to have UB40, and I used to play on the front eating cheese sandwiches, hair all picky and a mess because mum never brushed my hair properly. And it was just the times, and I always remember UB40 in Acox Green, front of the garden, eating my dry cheese and a cheese sandwich. Not just that, though, your music has kind of got an authentic, a richness and a soul to it, which has never disappeared.
Well, look, our favourite, the music that inspired us, the stuff that made us want to be musicians, came with all that, when we were kids, all of that, people coming from the West Indies and India and Pakistan, everywhere, And that brought a life to Borsaley, where we are, and it was definitely reggae and blue beat and ska, rocksteady, and it just brought a life and a culture and food and a way of being and a way of hanging out, and it was just beautiful, it saved Birmingham.
It really did. I think it had its
culture
own
from around the world
import.
saved this city. This was a white industrial city, it saved it, and it's blossoming into the city it is now. And music's everything. The reggae music to me is just the most beautiful music.
The name UB40, I know the interview is about you, but I never knew UB40 got their name off a doll card. I think that's wicked.
It used to be called a UB40, unemployment benefits. 40,
the form 40.
That was the code number.
And is it true that you guys used that name because you thought you would relate to more people out there that had that doll card? Okay, there we go then.
But yeah,
let's be real, let's be congruent.
We thought we'd kind of instantly have a kind of understanding with 10 million people who were unemployed in the country, like 1 in 10 people around the world.
because it was really, really hard.
Which is the same now. 9.78% of people are out of work in the Midlands, and we always suffer it. You know, it's always because we're outside of London. We get pushed sideways too. So everything you see in this city is often from private investment. Like this isn't funded by the council. It's art gallery. This is Lee's done that. And you'll see any little businesses in Birmingham are like that. And that's why I like the city. It was always called the city of 1,000 trades. And it still is really. We have it built into us, I think, you know. Do you know what I mean? Our dads and granddads know, you know.
And you've seen it grow over the years, and you've seen it widen and widen. And even with the way the government is now and the struggles, you can see that's still that authenticity still there.
I see the kids all get more and more beautiful, and they're all going to touch it in West Indies or Africa or wherever, and we've got a beautiful city. It's happening.
It is a beautiful city. Going back to being a saxophonist.
Thank
you. What kind of artists was there any artists out there that did do saxophone and you was like, yo, I'm inspired to be like him?
Absolutely. Well, it's an old-fashioned instrument, the saxophone. It's one that's it's like a piano, but they're old, you know. They've been around a long time.
Beautiful instruments.
The jazz guys really took them over. So I've got a lot of paintings in there. That one's about Dexter Gordon. No, it doesn't look like him. Dexter Gordon, an incredible American horn player.
I know,
but that's what he sounds like to me when you listen to his albums. And that's Miles Davis. And I know it doesn't look like Miles, but I love Miles Davis. I'm going to play his music.
Is there a piece in here that you've created that means more to you than any other piece in this room, or does everything all have a little bit of Brian to it?
You know, but it's kind of like I said, I throw the paint around, and if it gets so I don't like it, I paint over them, I cover them in white or black and start again. So if you pick these paintings up, they're heavy. There's a lot of paint on them. They
are, because I'm going to take one home. Brian said I can have one for free, so when I'm struggling down the road and it's heavy, I'll let you know how heavy it was. I'm having one of them, I don't know which one.
I'm going to give you a painting. All right?
See, it's on camera.
You can't have one from here, because I belong to him now. No. I'm going to give you one. I got one. This is a self-portrait of me. Now I know, it's not of me physical self, and that's another one, but I live a very complicated life, believe me. This is a painting of Las Vegas. I know, did you know? You were saying, well, I just wrote that Las Vegas. But it did to me.
It's how you
on the night, 4 o'clock in the morning when I was looking at Las Vegas from an hotel out of town.
Okay, now I can see the lights, I can get the, I kind of understand it, I kind of see it.
But you know, for me, if it's not abstract, you're not challenging people to think and to say, well, I like it or I don't like it.
So, you know, we know that you're big in the music, and there's many artists in Birmingham that have the dream and be established as you and the rest of your mates have. Is there any advice that you give to any up-and-coming artists out in Brom?
Yeah. But at the risk of assuming that I got it right, there's a lot of luck in this. I think if you can put yourself in as many places as possible around the scene that you want to be involved in, that's a good thing. But you've got to invent your own scene. You've got to be true to yourself. Not try and do a pastiche of somebody else. If you love Kanye, don't try and repeat what he's doing, because you're not going to do it better than him. Do your thing, have belief in yourself. And do what comes easiest as well. If you do something easily, do it for yourself. If you do it easily, you can always give 100%.
Yeah.
If you're trying to be something that's a push for you, on a bad day, you might not make it.
But it's not being true.
And you're always judged on your last performance or your last record, or the last expression you made. So make it easy for yourself and believe in yourself. And if you don't get it right the first time, that's okay. Just imagine how good it's going to be when you do it the 500th time. After you've ironed out all increases.
It goes back to what you said earlier about you just finding that craft and learning to make mistakes to make it better.
Look, if it was easy to have a hit record or easy to make music, we'd all have had a #1 record, everybody. It's not that easy.
I agree.
It's a lovely thing. How long does it take to become an overnight success? 15 years. Obviously, you just have to get in there and believe in yourself and be honest. The audience can always tell if you mean it or not. If you're pretending and you're not into what you're doing, they can get it, and I don't want it. I don't want to pay somebody doing half the job.
Yeah, that's true.
So keep it easy for yourself. And easy doesn't mean it's simple. Easy doesn't mean that it'd be easy for everybody else. What's easy for Eric Clapton? Do you know who he is?
The
guitarist. What's easy for Eric Clapton?
The guitarist.
He could do this and write his shopping list out at the same time, and you wouldn't make a bad note, because that's easy for him.
Yeah.
But if I give him a saxophone, it's okay, that like me, you couldn't play. Look at yourself objectively. You look at these poor kids who go on X Factor, and they think they can sing, and they get on the stage, and there's somebody's told them they can sing, and it's not true.
The essence isn't there.
It's not there.
Yeah.
If you've got it in you, then work on that and keep working on it. And as my wife pointed out, Muhammad Ali, you know who Muhammad Ali is? Of course, you know him, right? You know, I'm not that old, right? Muhammad Ali said when he was asked, you know, did you always know you were going to be the greatest? And he said, look, if I was going to be a street sweeper or a dustman, a garbage man, I'd have been the best garbage man on the street, the best one I could be. And I think that says it all. Whatever you do, if you mean it, do it completely. Yeah. Give everything. Don't let anything get in the way of that. I mean, don't be cruel to people. Don't take hostages. Don't, you know, give everything you've got to that. And when you give 100%, that's, people cannot deny that. They might not necessarily dig what you're doing, but that's okay, because if you like it, you can bet your life someone else will.
So you guys are touring at the moment, UB40.
We're doing an album right now. We're in the studio doing an album. We're going on the road in January.
In January to
Europe, all over Europe,
all over the place.
Holland, Sweden, Spain, France.
I've never been abroad, you know, and this guy like.
You will. Don't worry, you will. You'll go everywhere.
I will.
You'll go everywhere.
But it's just been you've been wicked to interview. You're amazing. It's nice to meet you. Really nice. I'm gonna rub it in my mum's face. And just take care. And again, get some more look. You guys get this camera around. The paintings are amazing. The interview's been amazing. We're gonna go off now. Have a nice glass of wine and catch up properly. So take care. See you later.
It's been a real pleasure, mate.
Yeah, man.
It's really great. Young people doing cool stuff. Fantastic, man.